Hari Om, Namaste. I welcome all the viewers on this national webinar series Yoga Ramayana Vishwakosha History, a 108 days program. I am glad to welcome Professor K. Subramaniam ji for his beautiful talks on Sri Rama Saushilyam.
वंदे शंभुमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारणं वंदे पन्नगभूषणं शशिधरं वंदे पशूनां पतिं वंदे सूर्यशशाङ्कवन्निनयनं वंदे मुकुन्दप्रियं वंदे भक्तजन आश्रयं च वरदं वंदे भक्तजन आश्रयं च वरदं वंदे शिवं शङ्करं श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुं अरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचरविनाशकरं नमामि. Friends, who is God? What is God? Where is God? How is God are traditional questions. They are age-old questions. The great rishis, the great epics, and the great mythological texts, Upanishads, and the spiritual lore have tried to answer these questions in their own way. There can be a spiritual answer, there can be a devotional answer, there can be a rational answer, there can be an intellectual answer to all these questions. Spiritually speaking, this God is the combination or oneness of both the Creator and the creation. Creator becomes the creation. The creation is nothing but the expression of the Creator Himself. Gold becomes the ornament. The sea is seen as the waves. Sea and the waves are not different. Sea and the blue color are not different. Creator and the creation are not different. Mud and pot are not different. Gold and ornament are not different. This is one of the answers. A step below or a step different. Om ityekaksharam brahmam. Om ityekaksharam daivam. Om ityekaksharam jnanam. Om ityekaksharam sarvam. In Om we have everything. Om is God. Om is Atman. Om is everything. How? There are three major syllables. A, U, Ma. A is to give us the commencement of everything. Who is the continuation of everything. Is the completion or culmination of everything. We commence Srishti. We continue Sthiti. We culminate Laya. And to symbolize these three activities, we have three divine personalities. Brahma for to commence, to create, to start. And we have Sthiti, maintenance, continuation, the ordainer, and that is Vishnu. We have in Shiva the dissolver, the person who completes everything. So the Trimurtis are nothing but the three facets of the entire divinity. And when we come to English, we have the word God, G-O-D. G stands for generating, generator. O stands for ordaining, ordainer, maintenance officer. D stands for dissolution or destruction or culmination, completion, and that is D, God. God is nothing but a collection, combination of the three activities: generating, ordaining, and dissolving. In the Ramayana, we have the great Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. He is the very personification of divinity. He is the very embodiment of Godhood. He does all the three activities. And while performing them, we describe God to have 6 major qualities. What are they? Shri, Kirti, Virya, Aishwarya, Jnana, and Vairagya. All these 6 qualities in full should be present in a person to be divine, to be doing the work of a creator, to be doing the work of an ordainer, to be doing the work of a person to dissolve. And all the 6 we find in divine personalities, whether it is Sri Ram or Sri Krishna Paramatma. A step below for our understanding from the point of view of a devotee. For me, how should God be? To me, how should the divine person be? The person whom I worship, the God whom I adore, must have necessarily 4 major traits, 4 major qualities. What are they? Swamitvam. In Swamitvam, you have all the earlier mentioned qualities. Swami means all powerful. Swami means omnipresent. Swami means omniscient. A person who knows everything, who is present everywhere, and who is powerful. Swamitvam. Kartum, akartum, anyatha kartum shaktaha. A person who has the potential to do, who has the power to undo, who has the skill to do anything differently. Kartum, akartum, anyatha kartum shaktaha. Sri Ramachandra Prabhu is capable of doing and undoing and differently doing. Sri Krishna Paramatma is capable of doing, undoing, and differently doing. This is the first primary quality we expect in divinity, in God, in Prabhu, in the Lord. And that is, in a single word, Swamitvam. In a single word, it is Swamitvam. And Sri Ramachandra Prabhu is capable of killing Ravana. He is capable of bestowing the bliss. He is capable of offering fearlessness. He has done remarkable deeds. He is highly heroic, so also is Krishna. The two great epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, speak of the two great personalities. One is Sri Ram, the other is Sri Krishna. Both of them have the major important trait or quality, and that is Swamitvam. Now, a person is capable of doing and undoing, and that person is somewhere available in Vaikuntha. What is the use to me? Somewhere above the skies on Mount Kailas, perhaps he is available. What is the use? In Delhi he is available. Is he accessible? He must be available to me the moment we call. The moment I think, he must be by my side. And that is Saulabhyam. Many people want the help. Perhaps everybody wants protection. There is divinity. There is a great person. There is a God. But not available. Availability is most important. Money can get us everything, but money is not available. The Prime Minister is capable of doing many things, but the Prime Minister is not available. God is capable of doing everything, but he is not available, or she is not available, or it is not available. So availability of the highest person with full powers is the second most important trait, and in Sanskrit we call it Saulabhyam. Labhyam means availability, accessibility. Saulabhyam, easily available. Hey Ram, by my side. Krishna, he is with me. Shiva, he is in my heart. Availability is most important. Not only should the God be capable of doing and undoing everything, but that supreme deity must be readily available with me, accessible to me. And that is called Saulabhyam. So, who is God? A God is supposed to have the important qualities from the point of view of a devotee. One is Swamitvam. The second is Saulabhyam, Sulabham, easily available. And the third one, right? A person is available. He is very rich, great, supreme, sublime, but he makes a propaganda of the petty charity that he makes. Ego pollutes charity. Vanity vitiates divinity. He will help me. He will get me the job. He will get me the promotion. He will get me the increment. He will take care of my career. Everything he does. But the very next day, he publishes in all the newspapers, speaks in all the TV channels. That fellow is jobless. I gave him a job. That fellow is a beggar. I made him rich. He brags of his superiority. He makes a publicity of his charity, and that type of God I do not want. He should protect my self-respect. And that quality of protecting the self-respect of the beneficiary is called Sausiliam. However poor I may be, I won't beg, because the giver may wound my self-respect. A person of a higher level, a person of greater scholarship, should come down to my level, should hug me, embrace me, live with me, and should be in a position to treat me on par with him, Sri Krishna Paramatma. He has hugged his classmate, Sudama or Kuchela. Both the students were the disciples in Rishi Sandipani's Gurukul. Krishna became a rich man in Dwaraka, and Sudama or Kuchela continues to be a humble man of poverty. Once this Kuchela went to seek the help of Krishna unasked. Krishna gave him Ashtaishwarya. Never did he tell anybody about the gift that he had made to Kuchela. Today, we don't have people of Swamitvam. Even if there are some people, they are not available, accessible. Even if they are available, they don't have the quality Sausilium. Sausilium is modesty. Sausilium is humility. Sausilium is the quality that a person shows towards a man who is far below in rank, in riches, in scholarship, in age, etc. Are we able to treat everybody on par with us, at par with us? Saubhratratvam. Like a brother I treat him, like a bosom friend I treat him. That should be the quality of a God, and that is called Sausilium. All these things a person will have because of his Vatsalyam. Vatsa means baby. Mother feeds the baby. If the baby takes half a liter of milk, she gives, feeds, and she does not make a publicity of the baby drinking half a liter of milk. She keeps it a secret. Why? Mother has love for the baby, affection for the baby, and that is called Vatsalyam. Summing up, from the point of view of the devotee, after studying the Ramayana or the Mahabharata, we formulate 4 qualities to the highest deity, the great Almighty. And they are Swamitvam, Saulabhyam, Sausiliam, and Vatsalyam. Today we shall see, and in the series of this week we shall see particularly the quality of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu as a person of Sausiliam. Sri Rama has left Ayodhya in obedience to the words of the father great Ayodhya king Dasharatha. And when he has crossed the boundaries of the city, there is the river. And the river is to be crossed. He requires the services of a boatman. The king is Dasharatha. Crown prince is Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. And this Ram, with the qualities of divinity expressed in himself, is going to the exile. He has Sita with him. He has Lakshmana with him. All the 3 have reached the river. Now we find the boatman Guha, a tribal person. From the society's point of view, he belongs to the lower strata. He is a laborer. He is a tribal person. And Sri Rama's stature is high. Guha's level is low. But Ramachandra Prabhu comes to Guha and requests him to ferry him to the other side. He does not show his superiority. He does not show his kingly stature, nor does he command. He simply asks, requests, and Guha falls at the feet of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. Rama lifts him, hugs him, embraces him with boundless affection, Vatsalya. And Ram is capable of doing anything, everything for the benefit of Guha. In spite of his superiority, Ramachandra Prabhu appears to be very modest. He is really humble. And he says, my dear Guha, when we were born as 4 brothers to my father, Dasharatha. I am Ram, Bharat, Lakshman, Shatrughan, we are only 4 brothers. Now, with you, we have become 5 brothers. That is the modesty of Ram. That is the humility of Ram. His love expands to infinity. Swami Vivekananda, when he addressed the gathering in Chicago on the 11th of September 1893, he said, brothers and sisters of America. In Calcutta, when he was the son of Bhuvaneshwari Devi and Vishwanatha Datta, only few are brothers and sisters. When he moved to Dakshineshwar as the disciple of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, all the co-disciples became his brothers and sisters. When he was a wandering monk going around the country, Bharat, all the citizens of India became his brothers and sisters. When he went to America, when he was standing before the American gathering, all the people became his brothers and sisters. Love expands. A modest person, a person of heart's humility, a person of overflowing affection, goes on adding brothers and sisters. Love does never shrink. Love always expands. And what Rama was is seen in Swami Vivekananda now. Ramachandra Prabhu displays the quality of Saucilium when he hugs and declares to the world that Guha is his own brother. May we all, in the footprints of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, allow our love to expand with humility and embrace the entire universe. Sri Raghavam Sarvamangalamangalye Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Mangalakaram Sauciliam Mangalakaram Sri Rama Sauciliam.
My grateful thanks to Professor Ji for his beautiful instances and speech on Sri Ramachandra Prabhu with Guha's example. Namaste.